On this episode of China Uncensored, ring ring, Mom, how'd you get me on the hydrophone? Chinese fishermen are playing laser tag with U.S. aircraft. And finally, Xi Jinping says China won't give up even 1 inch of Chinese territory. Really? How about half an inch? This is China Uncensored. Hi, welcome to China Uncensored. I'm your host, Chris Chappell. A Chinese national has just been charged with illegally exporting anti-submarine devices to China. According to the Justice Department, he got his assignment from the Northwestern Polytechnical University, which is a Chinese military research institute. He stole approximately 78 hydrophones. Approximately? How can you steal approximately 78 hydrophones? That sounds like a very precise number of hydrophones to steal. Ah well, probably something lost in translation, a game of Chinese whispers, or if you will, a game of hydrophone. Hydrophones, by the way, detect and monitor sound underwater, the way modern telephones detect and monitor when your mother is calling you so you can let it go to voicemail. Unless you haven't set up your voicemail box yet, which I swear I'm going to do soon, Mom. In other news, U.S. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis met with Chinese leader Xi Jinping, and they must have been feeling the pain of an awkward social situation. Xi Jinping's pants are too high. Mattis's tie is too long. A bunch of Chinese military guys are sitting around watching. Also awkward, that moment when Xi Jinping said, "We cannot lose even 1 inch of territory." Especially since Mattis had just announced that the U.S. was going to send Navy ships to demonstrate freedom of navigation through the South China Sea, where China has built fake islands. Mattis also reminded Xi Jinping that no matter what, China is still going to lose 1 inch of territory every year to natural erosion. I think we all know who the real enemy is here: tides. And how is the Communist Party going to fight tides? Are they going to control the moon? Yes. Yes, they are. Meanwhile, militant Chinese fishermen in disputed territories in the East China Sea have been flashing lasers at U.S. military jets. If the jets respond the same way to laser pointers as my cat, China is in trouble. Over the last year, there have been more than 20 lasering incidents perpetrated by the Chinese military, allegedly. And like a game of laser tag, it's getting pretty old fast, guys. Chinese police have already set up more than 200 million surveillance cameras across China, mostly in big cities. But now, they're setting up what they're calling the Sharp Eyes Surveillance Project to cover small towns and villages too. Their goal is to achieve full coverage, network sharing, real-time availability, and full control by the year 2020. Which just goes to show you, the Communist Party believes that poor people deserve equal opportunity, to have their behavior monitored at all times. And the Chinese Communist Party may be trying to buy influence in Australia, but that's no reason to worry about Chinese phones. Like Huawei, the Chinese telecommunications firm with close ties to the Chinese military, the one that's been banned by some U.S. government agencies. Well, Huawei's Australian chairman assured government officials in Australia that Huawei definitely wouldn't give Australian users data to China. That would be completely illegal, he said. And we know they would never do something illegal, right? Just don't let them near your hydrophones. And now it's time for another fan question from a China Uncensored supporter on the crowdfunding website Patreon. Pete Coons asks, do you see signs/evidence of China physically grabbing more territory outside the 9-dash line? Yes. The Chinese Communist Party is doing deals to get control of land in a number of countries. Military bases in Pakistan and Djibouti, a 99-year lease on a port in Sri Lanka, using Chinese companies to buy up 20% of Cambodia's coastline, setting up special economic zones for Chinese state-backed companies in Vietnam. The list goes on. Plus, China wants to have influence in Antarctica, where it announced it would be building its 4th research base. Now sure, the Communist Party says that none of these things are about grabbing territory. But if the Communist Party is willing to lie about its plans for the South China Sea, trust me, it's going to lie about other territorial plans too. Thanks for your question, Pete. So what do you think? Leave your comments below. Once again, I'm your host, Chris Chappell. See you next time. Hey, want the latest China news? Subscribe to China Uncensored and turn that notification bell on to make sure you find out when our new episodes are out. We publish a brand new episode every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and sometimes Saturday.